What's up everyone and welcome back to Pokemon Insurgence. Last time we checked out the dump. Apparently Damien is now a Pokedestined, and also there's an item here, which is a TM. Thank goodness I finally got to catch up on all of the YouTube comments, and I'm really glad that I did because I found so much useful information, not even just about the game, but just reading the comments. I learned so many new things, and it is awesome. So keep it up guys, you are all awesome. But going into the game, as far as what I learned, apparently the Delta Ralts that you guys were telling me about, or that I was asking about in the last video, is over this way, except we have Wild Wingle interrupting our way, getting to show off our big head. Look at, our head is huge. Oh my gosh. Leave a like for the big head. That's all I gotta say. Leave a like for the big-headed man that we have become. That's basically all I have to say. But either way, yeah, Delta Ralts is over here, so we're gonna go get him real quick, and then we're gonna continue our journey. In case you didn't notice there for a second, as we battle another Wingle, you will see that I actually finally did a little bit of training, just so that hopefully my Pokemon don't die every battle, or faint rather, because that's the correct term here in the Pokemon world. You know, we have to be politically correct when it comes to the Pokemon world. I'm actually going to put on the orange shirt again though, because not a big fan of green. But yeah, Frost Breath, few people told me that was there, so I finally got it. I also ran out of money while getting all of those clothes, so that's not good, but you know, we'll deal with it. I bought a couple of potions and a couple of revives, so that should be pretty good. But I think other items we might be kind of slacking, so, and not the Pokemon, because if we were the Pokemon, that wouldn't be too bad, but nope, it's slacking as in we're not going to have too much stuff. So looks like there's some trainers over here that I was not aware of. I sure hope that they are kind of lower level though, just so that we can get a little bit of extra training, and they are actually pretty low level. 29 here for this Breloom coming in, and of course he's got counter. Of course, I love it. Off to an awesome start for an awesome day. You know, I was saying how I really liked reading the comments, and I was really hyped to get into this video and just tell you guys about some new stuff that I learned and everything. And then this happened. I was super excited because, you know, I thought I trained up my Pokemon. We're good. We're going to have a blast. Nobody's going to die. We get countered by a Breloom. I mean, I guess I could have Dragon Danced and then avoided all that, but whatever. We're bringing out Fedoro to battle another guy with another Fedoro. Except his is black, which is probably the superior color for a Fedora, but no, it's not even a Fedora anymore. I mean, it's still a cool black hat, but not a Fedora, so I guess you're just a little bit below us right now, my man. Look at that. Mightyena knows it. He's looking down. He's like, yep, this is where my trainer is. He's down in the dumps, down on the ground. That's where I'm gonna be now too. Dead. Goodbye. But as far as who's got the better Fedora, let me know. Is it Fedoro or is it this guy? I mean, he doesn't even really have a Fedora. If we're talking about top Fedora wearers in the world, who do we have here as contenders? Is Indiana Jones, is what he wears a Fedora? Because well, I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, the thing about Indiana Jones is, since I knew him when I was very little, I mean, I guess I would just know it as the Indiana Jones hat. I was not aware that different types of hats have names. Just the same as I was not aware that oranges are spheres and not circles, because I said that in the last episode, that we weren't a square because, you know, we're an orange, so we're circular. But thing is, I see the world from a 2D perspective because we're playing a video game that's on a 2D screen right now. I mean, there's not really any 3D models or anything in this game, so I was just thinking in the 2D perspective. And orange to me looks kind of like a circle. But if we're talking technically here, you know, then you guys are right. Indeed, the orange is a sphere. But I did fail my geology class, geography, geometry. That's the one. Anyway, going back to the Pokemon world here for a little bit. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought I didn't have more repels, but that was just regular repels. We do have super ones, so that's pretty good. I don't know where we are in respect to the world right now, but I do know, or at least I have a hunch, that the Delta Ralts is actually back here. I skipped over him, so let's go back there and try and catch him. He's supposed to be in a little house, which I'm assuming is this little house here. And someone told me that you can catch some pretty cool Pokemon outside as well. So let's quick save. If you guys don't know how to quick save, I think it's the letter B. It tells you every time you try to save. So just try to save, and you'll see the thing that says you can quick save too. So you should do that. And eventually I learned, and oh my god, it's Delta Ralts. What the heck? It's like a Power Ranger helmet thing. Actually, we're kind of matching with it. Good thing we've got that false swipe, but kind of matching with it. I didn't plan for that, but I guess now we can make the Ralts be at ease with us, you know? He'll be comfortable knowing that we've got a similar hat. Orange and, well, his is blue, mine is a little bit green, but... Alright, let's see if this Ultra Ball can do it, and it will. Only level 15 there, so not too bad to catch at all. I don't know if level actually affects catch rate. I don't think it does. I think it's only like status ailments, the HP of the Pokemon, and the species, obviously, the catch rate, but... Yeah, since this is a Delta species, you don't really know it's got a large amount of mental power, electric and ice type. That is pretty weird. I guess it still has a large amount of mental power though, so let's give this Gala nickname. It's actually a girl. So since our Gallade, Mega Gallade in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was Wuju, we gotta go with the opposite ninja. Well, Gardevoir is not really a ninja, but I don't know if you can get Delta Gallade. Can we get Delta Gallade? We'll go with Morgana because that's the closest champion that I can think of that looks like Gardevoir. Even though Wuju is named after Master Yi's ability, not really. It's not named Master Yi itself. Well, we'll go with the champion that looks the most like Gardevoir. If there's a league champion out there that looks more like Gardevoir to you guys, let me know. But I guess for now, you are going to be Morgana, the Delta... just Ralts, really, because you're not even going to be a Gallade yet, or a Gardevoir, or any of them. I don't know if Delta Gallade exists, or if you can only make it into a Gardevoir, but there she is, and I just burped up a storm. Jolly Nature, that is just perfect, absolutely perfect, if you were going to be a Gallade, which you can't be because you're a girl, so, man, that kind of sucks. I don't really want to use Morgana anymore. You know what I do want to use is this girl who I guess we already battled. Oh, never mind. What? I don't know what's going on. This is so confusing. Is this actually like another area that I skipped over earlier? Hey, what's up, Dusco? Look at him. He's throwing his hands up in the air like he just don't care. I really like that sprite for Dusco. I don't know what game it comes from, but I love it. Look at him. He's just got his little hands up. He's like, I'm floating, boy. I can float, I guess. That makes me awesome. Makes him more awesome than Tusk, who's at level 36 and has still shown no signs of wanting to evolve. I know he evolves really late, and that's why I didn't really want to use an Axew. He's also gaining levels really, really slowly right now, so just a couple of factors throwing in there why I didn't really want to use a Sandshrew, or, well, Axew, not Sandshrew. They both kind of end in Shrew, though. I don't know if that's done on purpose, because I know Sandshrew is based on a shrew, which is an actual animal. Which is another thing that I noted in the comments. Sea dragons are real. Sea dragons. I was talking about seahorses and how Dragolge was a dragon, and I was like, why is it a dragon? Then Kingdra became a dragon. Because sea dragons are actually a real animal, which are a real creature, animal. I think animal is just everybody. So we'll just call it an animal. Hey! You know, as if we didn't have enough water starters already, here's Mudkip, everybody. I've ran into Oshawott before. Obviously, we have Fedoro, and I'm pretty sure we ran into, well, we had Squirtle at the beginning, Delta Squirtle. Wow, okay, Mudkip, you are a little bit common in here, aren't you, buddy? Thank you for showing up, but, you know, I just used Finn in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, so not about to throw myself down another Mudkip here. Oh, my goodness, this is just... The River of Mudkips. This is like the little GIF that was so popular for a while. I guess it was the I heard you like Mudkips GIF, wasn't it? Whoa, where the heck are we now? Oh me, oh my, I have no idea, but Greg the Tentacle will never be forgotten. I think we're back at a route that we already explored, like way, way far back. Or we're actually in the city. We're in a city. I don't know which city we're in, but I'm going to go ahead and dump off Morgana because she's not really going to do much. I just kind of want to see what the evolutions look like. So Morgana, let's dump you in here for a little bit. We'll come back later when you're ready to evolve. I realize that I put Cleaver in there wanting him to level up a little bit, but he doesn't even evolve by level up, I don't think. Unless Delta Scyther is different. But I'm going to buy some more repels just because even though Mudkip is the cutest, just too many. And we are now almost officially in the no money zone with my purchase of those repels. We really have like $1,000 left. So what's that, like super potions, 2 super potions, something like that. Pretty ridiculous, but you know, we're gonna have some more trainer battles coming up in a little bit, so we can definitely make some young moolah there. So let's check out what's down here, since we already kind of checked out the rest of it. But I do want to see what Pokemon are lurking here, because another comment that I remember said, excuse me, that there's another Delta Pokemon somewhere around here. I totally just wasted this repel. That really sucks, but there's apparently Delta Sunkern, and I don't know if it's like a regular encounter or what, but okay, Cyndaquil, come on, man. There's a little bit too many starters in this game, I'm starting to notice. Well, I guess it depends on what you think is too many starters or what you think isn't too many starters, but in my opinion, just a little bit overboard on the starters. I'm seeing Hoppip, so little glimmer of hope for the Delta Sunkern there. You know what I just realized though? Even if we do find a Delta Sunkern, what the heck am I gonna do with a Delta Sunkern? Even if it's like a dragon and like Dragon Fairy type or something ridiculous. Delta Sunkern. What? Sunkern on its own is the weakest Pokemon base stat wise. Also, the thing is glitched. You probably noticed there. The pond kind of gets glitched when we're in the middle of a battle. Whoa! Doduo, I like that. I like my odds of that. You know, it's like 2 Pokemon for the price of 1. How could you ever turn that down? I'm gonna catch this Doduo. I like Doduo. I don't think I've used a Doduo since like one of my very first playthroughs on YouTube. So, Doduo, you're gonna make a comeback in this, buddy. I like you. I like Doduo. And I've been looking for a flying type, even though, well, Doduo can somehow fly. I'm pretty certain of that one. No, it's got no wings. It's got no real way of flying. I'm almost 90% certain that Dodrio at least can fly. So we're gonna catch this guy. He might not be able to. I might just be making that up. But we're gonna make him fly. When threatened, it flees at over 60 miles per hour. Well, why do you even need to fly if you can just run really fast and get to wherever you need to go? Which is why we're gonna name you... Oh gosh, I was gonna name you Barry, but that's not a girl's name. Well, you know what? You're gonna be Barry anyway, except you're gonna be Barry like that. Because, you know, he probably eats a few berries, Doduo, in his lifetime. They've eaten a couple of berries. So, Barry the Doduo, welcome to the team. Hope you feel right at home. I know Krakatoa the Cyndaquil has been feeling awesome so far. But that's mostly been because Krakatoa is super low level, while Doduo is also going to be super low level. And we don't really have the EXP share yet. I'm not sure where to get it, but now we're going to the Crossroads. This is where I actually did most of the training for Axew. There's a really complicated cave system up ahead. I wish I had a map. I wonder what I could find there. Well, if you were Ezreal, man, who needs a map, he's got them. Or you could be Dora. She's got a couple of maps as well. Technically, she's got just one map, but for some reason, that map transforms into a million different maps, and you're a fairy type. I keep forgetting that because the little one, Azurill, well, I still don't know what Azurill is. I think it's normal fairy, and then it becomes water fairy. But sometimes I think that Azurill is still normal water, and then these guys become water fairy. So I always kind of get confused with the Meryl line. Generally, I'm just really bad at fairy type. I'm sure by now, most of you have probably noticed, I'm just really bad at fairy typing. Like, I guess I've learned the matchups now, but now I need to realize, or learn, I guess, or memorize all of the new Pokemon that got fairy type. Like, I think, someone told me that, like, Grumpig got fairy type, so I looked it up and I was like, no, it didn't. It's still just the psychic type. But it kind of looks like it could be a fairy type. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird, fairy type, you know? And then there's, like, there was one Pokemon that I can't think of right now that got fairy type that I did not know until, like, someone told me the other day. So I was like, what? This thing is a fairy now? I think, like, I tried to hit it with, like, a dragon move and then it didn't even hit, so... Alright, Tusk, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm not focusing at all. All I'm focused on right now is the, like, fairy types, and that is not what we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on taking out Giancarlo here, or, well, I guess his mascot, because it's kind of weird to think of a person as a Zangoose, huh? Can't really think that way. People are not Zangoose. Zangeese? Zangoose is... How would you say Zangoose if it was plural? I'm pretty sure it's just Zangoose, like a herd of Zangoose, because that's how Pokemon works. Which is also apparently how Lego works. Like, when you have a bunch of different Lego sets, it's not called Legos, it's just Lego. What does this do? Looking for an opening, the user strikes continually, target stats changes don't affect. Alright, I'll go for the chip away. I've never heard of this attack before, but sure, why the heck not? Let's chip away at Volcarona. Let's try it out on you. No, you're not Volcarona. You're Larvesta, but whatever. Praising the sun. Not today, buddy. Not today. Haha. But yeah. Fairy type. Fairy type. Who needs a map? Probably you. I don't need a map right now, though. I am good. All I need is for Tusk to stop dying, which would be awesome. Fainting, not dying. Gotta keep that clear. But yeah, what? I was going on about something, and I totally lost my trail of thought. It's another thing. Trail of thought, train of thought. I've heard people say both. I'm not really sure which one's the more accepted one of the two. I do know that you can find Fletchling in here, actually. So if we do catch a Fletchling, that could potentially be like Barry. Oh, okay. Well, there's Fletchling. So this could potentially replace both Doduo and Cyndaquil. But I don't know if that would be the wisest choice, especially if this, oh, well, I killed it in one hit, so now this is definitely not the wisest choice. But I'm just trying to catch myself a Fletchling, and apparently he is not about it right now. And Tusk is about to get taken down yet again, and things are just not looking up right now. But this is it. This is the ball. This is it. I believe in this ball. My belief was wrong. That's sad news. Oh, and Tusk is gonna die again. Just disappointment all over. Barry, I'm gonna need you to handle this. I know that you don't believe in the heavy ball because Fletchling is not a very heavy Pokemon, but I need you to believe, Barry. Believe that this heavy ball, I was gonna say that it's your third head, like you're already a Dodrio, but clearly that's... Alright, we'll leave you in the wild. Oh, or not. Okay. We'll leave you in the wild, Fletchling. I will be back for you. I now have a personal vendetta against this Fletchling. Unfortunately, I don't have money to spend on balls right now, but we will be back, and we will get that Fletchling at some point. But first, gotta pick up some candy off the ground. It's the best kind of candy. My friend asked me for some candy from Puerto Rico, and I just kind of found some on the floor, and that's what I'm gonna bring her. So, you know, that's what's up. Just bring candy from the ground. That's really what it's all about. Route 5 is where we are at now, though. So let me know in the comments, though, if you would like me to use Fletchling, or, well, I guess I don't really want to replace two team members, but Krakatoa and Barry have just kind of been chilling here. Barry just now chilling here. Krakatoa for a little bit, but I don't know. If I can get that EXP share, I'll definitely train up. Oh, God. I love fairy Pokemon. Yep. Okay. I was just talking about fairies earlier, and now we've got a whole fairy lady here. Socialite, Aromatisse. Yeah, teasing that leg is what you're doing. Look at her. She is just owning the dance floor right now. It's all up about it, Aromatisse. Don't know about the face, though. Aromatisse is such a weird Pokemon. Like, its face kind of looks like those, what were they? The old doctor masks you would find, like, in one of the Assassin's Creed games. I don't know which one it was, but in one of them, they had those, like, doctors, thingies, medics, or whatever they're called. That's what the face of Aromatisse looks like, and I'm not sure if that's what they were going for. That's what it's supposed to be based off of. I'm gonna take a wild shot in the dark here, or a wild shot in the fairy, if you catch my drift, and say that that's probably what it was based on. But, gosh, man, all of these Pokemon just taking names right now, kicking butt. We are just not doing too hot. But yeah, let me know about the Fletchling. That's what I was gonna end off the discussion with, the story here. That's what I was asking, basically. What do you think of the team right now? Should I replace some Pokemon? Who should I keep and who should I dump, I guess, for lack of a better term, because that's pretty mean. Dumping Pokemon, it's like, that is really, really sad. I don't like saying that I'm gonna dump any Pokemon down on the street because, you know, the dump, we've learned, is a beautiful place. Shaman loves it there. He purified it all, and that's good. And we've done nothing in this episode so far. I'm so sorry. Let's focus up and try to get stuff done. I guess I should heal up my Pokemon, though, because they are already once again beat up. So let me focus up for these next few battles. Hopefully not do too terrible. At least Tusk is alive. Really just Fedoro died there, actually, so not doing terrible. Samsara Cave, huh? I wonder what rare Pokemon I could find in there. Probably nothing too good. I don't know what Pokemon you can find here in Route 5, but there's probably some new stuff as well. Every time we get into a new route, I keep forgetting to check out the new Pokemon for whatever reason. I should probably not stay in on this Lileep because, okay, well, our ability was suppressed. I don't know what our ability was, but now it's not going to work. Oh, gosh. No. Okay, I believe in the Tusk. Everybody believe in Tusk right now. Yes! Oh, my goodness. If we would have been hit in confusion there, I would have done so much damage because we just used Dragon Dance. I guess not that much, but, you know, a pretty big amount of damage with that attack speed boosts, because that's, for whatever reason, that's how confusion works. Like, if your Pokemon has been hit in the gym and he's gonna hit himself in confusion, which I still don't understand, no matter how confused I might be sometimes, I do not just run up and punch myself in the face or, you know, slam myself into a wall or down into the ground, because it depends on what Pokemon move you're using. Confusion can be pretty stupid. Like, think of the move Psybeam that we're using right now. For a Pokemon to hurt itself in confusion with a move like Psybeam or Psychic, which we're learning now, I guess for Psychic it could be like, you get so caught up in your own head trying to launch the attack that you just give yourself a headache and die. I don't know how that works. That's what I mean. It doesn't work. In honor of Gillette the Awesome, here is Probopass, which is not very effective to Fairy or Psychic. So I don't know what type you are. I guess he's Steel type, but I did not know that Steel resisted Psychic. That makes sense though, if I think about it, at least from a comic book standpoint. You know, Magneto wears that metal helmet. You learn that in the Wolverine movie, I think, or one of the movies. You learn that Magneto, I think it's First Class actually. Wait, which one is it? Which one is the one? I don't know which one's the one. We're gonna die to Sandstorm though, very disappointing. If only Fedora was alive, I could take out this Probopass without any, I don't know. Couldn't come up with a rhyme there. I was gonna say without any lie, but that wouldn't really make sense. So Thunderbolt coming out to take you out. But yeah, Magneto wears that metal helmet because it protects him from like other psychic powers, I guess. So he used it for a while because he didn't want to use his powers or something like that. I don't remember, man. I watched so many movies and I feel like I don't give the movies enough time to sink into my brain. So within like a couple of months, I'll forget the entire movie, which really sucks. Like, that's the way I am with a lot of things, and it's really bad. Like, I don't get to enjoy things as much as I used to just because I never give things enough time to like soak in, I guess. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I would watch a movie and then that would be it for that day. I would watch that movie and then I would have to go to bed for school or something. So I would have a lot of time to soak in that movie while I went to bed. And then the next day at school, I'd be like, hey, did you guys see this movie? And then we would talk about it. And if they hadn't seen it, you know, I would tell them the movie. Or, well, sort of tell them the movie. So then I could refresh my memory as to what I saw the previous day. So the whole movie the movie as a whole just became a whole other experience because I shared it with others. But nowadays, it's more like I see a movie, it's like, the movie was alright, this movie was cool, and that's it. The next day we see another movie, and cool, another cool movie. So I guess there's just that immersiveness with community that likes movies as well. I definitely miss that though. Like, I really, really like movies, but I guess I just haven't been around a crowd that's as much into movies that I like to talk about. Like, I really like to talk about movies and what I think, you know, what the director was going for, what the message behind it was, if there even was a message. Another water type starter. Another. The list just goes on. How many water starters can you find in Pokemon Insurgence? It is incredible right now. We found Oshawott at one point, Mudkip, there were a ton of those earlier. Not Cyndaquil, you're not a water type. Totodile, and now Prinplup. And now no music. So that's also a thing. Oh my god, what? Why is there a Luxray in the wild? I mean, Luxray is cool, but is it really okay to just have wild tigers lurking around like this? Is this safe? There's a guy standing right over there. And I mean, is he okay? Does he realize that I'm fighting a tiger right now? That is totally the wrong move, but at least it took it out. Critical hit. I like it. We're gonna get level 41 off of this Luxray too. Oh my goodness. What an awesome Luxray. That is just... Do you know that there's a wild, like, lion, tiger thing in that bush? I don't know what animal Luxray is based off of, so I'm just going to leave it out there to interpretation. Lion, tiger thing. I'm going to go into this cave because we need music right now. There it is. You were kind of stuck in the wall there for a second, buddy. Mistake loves nothing more than being with Moe's, and I love nothing more than being with myself. Just kidding. That makes me sound really narcissistic. But yeah, I guess just... Same thing with video games. Back in the day, you know, you would play video games whenever a new game would launch. I would play it along with all of my friends from school. Ooh, Larvitar. I like that. I'm going to run away from it, though. But I like that Pokemon. See, there's a lot of really cool Pokemon in this game, and it's just, I can't decide what I want to use on my team, what Pokemon I want to bring on. So I really need you guys' help to decide here. Who's going to stay? Who's going to go? Will the Fedoro ever be taken off? Probably not. I don't know. But, same thing with video games. Quagsire is just wanting a hug right now. Look at him. He's so happy. Not gonna give him the hug, though. Denying the hug. That is just sad, man. That's below the friend zone there. Not even pals. I can't even give you a hug. You're smelly, Quagsire. You reek of ground and water. That's it. Hey, got another rare candy on that rock there. I know it's a delayed reaction, but it's just because I'm very distracted in this episode, and I can't finish my trail of thought on the fact that when I play games now, I kind of just beat them because I have collected so many games at this point that I feel like I'm never going to get the chance to beat all of them, so I'm just kind of powering through all of them during my quote-unquote vacation, because that's what I like to do on vacation, which ends today, by the way. When you see this video, I'm going to be flying home, so... I'm gonna be up in the sky when you see this video. Kind of crazy to think that, you know, as you're watching this, you're hearing my voice, but it's not like live. Like, you're not hearing me as where I am right now, because when you hear this, or well, if you're watching this video when it comes out, I'm gonna be on a plane, which is kind of crazy. Why the heck can Psychic move boulders in this game? Makes sense, but at the same time, it is crazy because we're playing a Pokemon game, and you can't forget about the fact that well, this is not an official Pokemon game, but we're playing a Pokemon game, and we can move boulders with psychic powers. That is just such a crazy, awesome idea. That's something that should definitely just be in the games. Like, more creativity like that. Maybe not as far as Instant Lapras, but, you know, some other alternative to surfing, other alternatives to rock smashing and psychic. All of this stuff is really, really good creative stuff that I love about these games. And I just wish somehow the creators of these games and the official Pokemon games could team up, because I just know that they would make something awesome. And I'm not just talking about the creators of this game, specifically Insurgents, but other Pokemon ROM hack creators and fan game creators. All of them have such cool ideas that I just think that, you know, if everyone got together and was like, hey, let's make one awesome game, it would be just mind-blowing. So anyway, that's my ranty rant for today on how nowadays, I guess I don't enjoy things as much as before. I mean, that's not to say that I don't enjoy the games and the movies I watch, because obviously when you're watching them, they're awesome, but I guess I just don't get as immersed, and like within a couple of months or weeks even sometimes, I'll kind of forget what happened in whatever the game or the movie, or the fact that I have not battled this guy yet. To enter Corrill Town, you have to pay the fee of, I'm not even gonna read that, but you gotta pay a lot of money, which I'm not gonna do. So, can Mistake handle Miter George with 10 HP? Probably. That is, if we can one-shot most of his Pokemon, which we are not going to do. So mistakes have been made. And now we've got Krakatoa coming out, who can actually finish this guy off with quick attacks. So another quick victory here for Krakatoa. I love it. You've taken down 2 Pokemon today, Krakatoa. How do you feel about yourself? Look at that. Get yourself a heaping of experience there. Kricketune doesn't really give the most, but, you know, that's okay. And Krakatoa is actually going to evolve off of that. Did not even think of that. So even though almost all of our Pokemon are dead, Thunderbolt is at least still alive. I've also learned that you can nickname traded Pokemon in this game, so we could totally give Thunderbolt a nickname, as far as I know. So, I don't know. I mean, at this point, though, he's kind of known as Thunderbolt, so it would be kind of weird to change it up. But if anything, if we do want to change it, what could his nickname be? Again, any and all tips and help and stuff in the comments below is very appreciated. I'll try and read as much of it as I can, like I did with the last episode and the previous one. I read them just before this video. That's why I got all excited, because I wanted to talk about all the stuff that I read there and learned and all that. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this one. I know it was kind of a weird episode, but I hope we got enough accomplished so that you don't all hate me. But it's okay. We can just all hate each other. Just be a massive bunch of haters together. So let's go on to Coral Town, totally free of charge. And I'll see you all in the next episode.